Hello, and welcome to episode 10 of Free for Members podcast, episode 10. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thy Night. Hello, Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Free for Members podcast. This is episode 10. It's the 10th episode special. Yeah. I'm your host today. Yes, our faces are on the screen right now. Our topic today is quitting RuneScape. I'm here with my host, Dylan T, and we're going to talk
I'm here with my host, LJP,
and we're going to talk about the pressing issues that cause us to quit, and why we feel like we shouldn't sometimes, and why we really want to other times. So I'm going to start it out. Dylan, are you playing RuneScape right now?
Nope.
Why?
Well, let's see, I stopped playing really 3 years ago.
Why?
And then, well, let me just explain first. And then, over the winter break this year, I guess, I got back for like a month or so. And I got membership. Actually, yeah, it was only a month, because I bought 1 month of membership and then I canceled it. And then that was it. And in that time, I got 99 woodcutting, and that was pretty much it. The big reason for me that, it's not even like, oh, the money, whatever. The big reason for me that I'm not playing anymore is just because the way I'm playing is like AFKing, or I'm like, I mean, woodcutting was totally AFK. I was watching. Oh, that's the reason I was so into woodcutting. I was watching every episode of Game of Thrones from the first season to the most recent season, and I was woodcutting while doing that. So that's the only reason I was able to play. And before that, I mean, I got 99 magic, and I really was AFKing that too.
Completely AFKing.
Yeah.
Set up a ghost mouse that pretty much just did whatever you wanted to do.
Yep. So I wasn't even there. I wasn't even at the computer for most of that. So I figured, like, why am I even... Ooh, I have the levels, but does it really matter? Because
they don't mean anything.
Yeah.
You didn't actually work for them.
Yeah. I figure if I'm not going to work for it,
there's no point.
Yeah, no.
You might as well be playing a private server.
Yeah, what's the enjoyment of having a high level skill if I'm literally just AFKing it? You're right. I should totally just be on a private server.
Yeah, because I was considering that too. At one point, I got back to 07scape, and I was playing it. And I'm like, is it really worth devoting all this time to 07scape if like I've already put in so much progress into the live game? So instead of like deciding, I decided to play Unscape.
That's still up.
Yeah, they like erased all the accounts from like back when I started 5 years ago, whatever. But it's still up. People still play. There's at least like 3 people online at all times.
Who 3? At
least 3. Like that, considering it's a private server that looks like 07. It's older than 07scape.
Yeah.
It like has 05 graphics.
It has like the original draft. No. Remember the book we bought at the Scholastics Fair?
Yes.
The RuneScape
Yes,
book?
it has that. It has those graphics.
It's this book that at our school we had like this book fair, and like we saw like a RuneScape thing. This must have been like 6th or 7th grade.
I can't even believe they had that.
6th or 7th grade, yeah, it was crazy. And we both got it, and it's like the original, they're showing like all the monsters and their descriptions and stuff, and there wasn't a lot of stuff back then, so it could fit in a pretty small book. And it was like all the original graphics from the original RuneScape 2.
Like,
it was just,
yeah, as soon as RuneScape 2 came out, like just after Classic.
It was pitiful, but
Do you
we
still
got
have
our
that?
money. Yeah, it's somewhere.
I don't have it anymore.
What happened to it?
I have no idea where it is.
Well, no, you have it. You just don't know where it is. I think it's up in my like closet with all my books that I don't read.
Yeah, probably same. You know what? I probably could find it if I actually looked for it. Yeah.
That's the thing for next time. We'll show you this terrible book.
We'll read it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Unscape, the terrible graphics.
Yes.
You played that.
So I was like, what's the point? Because RuneScape is all about time. Sure, you have to worry about like skilling and stuff, but if you really think about it, when you're calculating like the best way to get these levels, it's not because you want to do it the fastest. You're really just trying to save your own time. So if you're not doing the most efficient methods nowadays, you're not good enough to play the game. So I know
EXP waste.
Yeah, exactly. EXP waste. If you're standing at the Grand Exchange doing nothing, you'll get scolded by another person like, "Oh, what are you doing? You should be like fletching bolts or whatever." But yeah, so it makes the game not as fun because you can't really do what you want. It becomes more of a job, and when you have to do a job, it's not fun.
Yeah. Well, it's so different from when I stopped playing because there was no such thing as XP waste 3 years ago. I mean, there probably was, but
no, I don't really think it came around to like 2011.
Well, I'm saying I'm sure there was someone that was like XP waste, but like it wasn't like a big thing.
Maybe,
yeah.
But he probably. See, the thing is when you play the game for fun, if you're putting in a lot of hours, you're gonna see results. The only thing is, there's this thing called efficient hours, and if you're not getting the most amount of XP for that skill in that hour, you're not playing it the right way. So I know a lot of players, well, not a lot, but a player like Jabrim, I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast, you might know who he is. He's was the first to max in 07scape, and he's trying to get 1 bill agility experience in the live game right now, RS3. I think he already has. He has like 3 maxed agility accounts, so it's unbelievable how much he plays.
What? 1 bill agility?
He has 200 mil experience on 3 accounts.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's agility, one of the slowest skills.
I tip my hat to that guy. That guy has all the time in the world.
Milady.
I'm wearing a hat.
Oh man, but yeah. So that's another reason. Like once the game starts to feel like a job, it's not fun, and you don't feel like playing anymore.
Obviously, this kid does.
Yeah, I don't understand. I guess like 2 hours.
But how is that fun though?
It's not fun.
I don't see a point in just hardcore like I don't know, being into the game like that. Like I need to have all the XPs and just no XP. Wait, like how is that fun?
He's trying to
prove that's a job.
Himself.
Prove it to who?
The other players. No one else cares in real life.
I'll write it on my resume. I have 1 bill experience.
He doesn't. He's really doing it for the self-satisfaction, but also like you can talk to other players about like look at me. But I really feel like he's just doing it for himself.
I totally can identify with the self-satisfaction to a certain level, but I don't understand how the same thing can be satisfying just
because no one else has done it before.
See, I can't set goals like that. That's just me though. I can't have goals that are years in the future. I feel like they're what 200 mil like I don't know. I feel like that's a year of your time.
That's a lot of experience, yeah.
There's freaking mosquitoes in your basement.
Are there?
Yeah.
There's probably like a few. I don't know. Oh yeah, I see it. Oops. Yeah, so getting back to quitting, when we were free-to-players, I mean, we've talked about this a little bit last episode, but...
I said why I quit. I mean...
Right. So yeah.
So he hasn't quit, really.
I quit for a little bit once EOC came out. And I probably wouldn't have ever come back if 07scape didn't come back.
Did you even like progress on that at all? I know.
Yeah, I played that game for like 4 months straight. Like I play RS3 now.
Wow.
Or I did play RS3.
What level were you?
I was 30 defense pure, so I was just training like Slayer. I don't know. I was just playing for fun.
They have member skills too? Oh yeah,
it was 07.
You had to be a member to be.
Yeah, you have to. Well, they're bringing free to play back the end of this month. So if you want to, I don't know, try your account again, if they're gonna bring back free to play, because free to play was the game that we knew. I didn't know members.
We played free to play for at least a year or so.
Yeah, at least a year. Probably like maybe even 2.
Yeah, and we didn't have any like. Besides, like, oh, you can't go past Falador.
No, actually, we were free to play even when HD came out, and that was 08.
Oh, yeah.
That was 08, or yeah, that was 08.
We started 06.
No, we started beginning of 07.
Oh.
Yeah, we started February 07. We also talked about that in another episode.
I can't remember things.
But we quit just because the game kind of reached a point where you already reached the best way to train your skills as a free-to-play player, and it was just repetitive. Remember killing like lesser demons and...
Oh yeah.
The main...
I was on top of that though.
Yeah, when we were both free-to-plays, you would destroy me in skills.
Literally in free-to-play to progress like at a rapid rate, all your time needed to be invested in that. I remember I want to say I was 7th, 8th-ish grade, like your parents are still on you at that time, and yeah, I would sneak downstairs at 2 in the morning.
You have a video of that?
Yeah, and play.
Wow, did we just move?
Wow. Whoops.
We got beef jerky.
Yeah, we had some beef jerky. It was actually pretty in my mouth, but
yes.
Yeah, the camera died, and we had to go get my charger and my other battery and some
jerky.
beef jerky.
So we're back.
We're back though.
We were talking about free to play and killing lesser demons and how you were devoting all your time to it.
Oh yeah, so I think the last thing I said was about me waking up in the middle of the night at 2 in the morning.
Yes.
I literally I don't know. I thought my parents had like a sixth sense or something. I would move. It would literally take me 15 minutes to get downstairs. I would move so slowly.
Your stairs creak so much though.
No, even on the basement stairs, I would move slowly. I'm like, they can't hear me. They're 2 levels up, and on the other side of the house. But yeah, so I devoted a ton of time to that.
Yeah, well nowadays with the computer in your room, the computer in my room, we can just go on whenever we really want to. But since it's so easy, there's no temptation. Yeah. I mean, I'll stay up late. I won't go on like in the middle of the night. I think I've only done that like twice, and only because I couldn't sleep. And I figured might as well just.
I literally got so scared once. It's not related to anything we're talking about, quitting or anything, but I was playing one night, and I had snuck downstairs, and it was like 2 in the morning, right? And I think I was killing hill giants in that. You know that.
Where you have to use the brass key?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of Varrock, I had like adamant armor. I remember. No, I was killing the hill giants in the wild. That's what it was.
The moss giants in the wild?
Yeah, those.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm killing them, and I think I remember. That's why I had adamant, because I was like, oh, I'm in the wild. I'm like, whatever. For some reason, I think it's because I was playing like 24 hours that day. Like I played the full day. Like my computer, like it was the old computer, like with the big monitor.
The white one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that yeah. You remember the one?
Yes.
The monitor just shut off. And I think it was like it must have like overheated or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no.
No.
I was like, my mom knows. Like I was
Your
like,
mom did it?
They did it. And now I'm like freaking out. I'm like, how do I know if I log out? I'm just like moving the mouse, like hoping it's in the corner of the screen. I'm like trying to X out. Yeah, no, but that freaked me out. Out.
Man, did you end up dying?
I don't remember. I just remember like this feeling of like, what? And I remember like shutting down the computer, trying to turn it back on, like the monitor wouldn't come on, and I'm like, did I just break the computer? I don't know. It worked the next day, but I don't think I've ever told you that.
No, I've never heard that story.
Yeah, it freaked me out. How's that related to quitting? How did we even get into the free stuff?
Because I said when I was free to play, I used to quit a lot more often. And now that I'm members, like, you're paying for it, you kind of feel obligated to play, so you don't really quit.
I feel like I actually quit more when I was a member. But I think
you think you had too much to do?
I think I played more casually though when I was free to play. Like.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't go on for a couple days, maybe even a week, like, no big deal. Like, I'll just go back to it. Like, I wouldn't consider that quitting. Members, I don't think, like, there were times where I was like, oh yeah, I'll just stop playing for a week or 2 and go back. Like, if I stopped playing, I stopped playing on, like, months on end.
Yeah, well, actually, because you used to buy, like, the monthly...
Oh, yeah.
Passes or whatever.
I wasn't allowed to, get RuneScape membership, and I pleaded with my mom forever and was not allowed to have it because she was afraid that her credit card information would get stolen. So the second they started releasing the prepaid cards, I would
ride your bike.
I would ride my bike.
Didn't you like go to different stores because some of them didn't have it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You like rode your bike all the way to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, they had them at Rite Aid actually.
Yeah, but
that's like they ended up getting them there finally.
Yeah.
I would ride my bike there. Behind my parents' back because she didn't want me to have membership because you're too addicted already was another one of her arguments, and I would get that. I remember the first time I got membership was because you gave me 3 months of membership for my birthday.
Oh yeah. Back when they didn't automatically continue your membership.
Yeah.
Now they do that. It's very frustrating. But yeah, you used to be able. Dang it! You used to be able to buy a specific time. And it would end at that 3 months. Now it renews at the end of that 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's kind of frustrating. But I'll get back to what I was talking about. As soon as I got members, you kind of feel obligated to play because you're paying for something and you feel like you're wasting money if you don't play. So that was a main reason why I kept playing continuously. Another main reason was because if you set a goal for yourself, you kind of feel like incomplete if you don't finish it. Only problem is, once you finish that, you have so many goals in RuneScape. You have long-term goals, short-term goals, goals that you know you're going to achieve that day, goals that you know you're going to achieve at the end of the week, whatever. Like, I'll set a goal for myself, I want to gain this level by the end of the week. But then I'll also have a main goal, like, oh, I want to have my lowest level be 90 by the end of the month. And then everybody, whether or not you know it, everybody kind of wants to max out. Like, that's everyone's main goal. That's why it's such a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when we started playing, we didn't really think about it, but we were so into it that at some point we're like, we're gonna get 99 in all skills eventually. I kind of want to just prove to my 13-year-old self that it's possible. Is that right? 7 years? 12.
12-year-old.
12.
Yeah.
I was like just turning 13. Yeah. So I want to prove to my 12 to 13-year-old self that I can do it.
I don't. I'm such a different person from back then.
You wanted to play forever.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about this last episode
Yeah.
or last week or something. If it wasn't in the episode, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play till I die. Legit, like this isn't stopping. Then I'm gonna get the same Call of Duty. I'm gonna get Call of Duty every time it comes out. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
You outgrow things, man. Apparently you don't.
Well, I mean, I'm slowing down now because, like, at school, I had nothing else to do besides Frisbee and RuneScape. And if it was raining or if it was nighttime, I would just play RuneScape.
Well, that was the other thing, though. You stopped RuneScape for a while. You were really big into COD with us. But you didn't bring up your Xbox to college, so that's why you...
yeah, well, I was
really
kind of
back into
fading out
RuneScape.
that summer with Black Ops 2. I didn't really play that
Yeah.
much. I don't remember what I actually did.
We did a lot of pickup games, softball, and...
Oh, we did a little
Yeah.
softball, yeah. But, yeah, I also play softball. The main thing, the main reason I played RuneScape was because I had nothing else to do. And then I just got back into it. But 2007scape brought back a lot of players who recently, or not recently, but who over the time of 2012 had quit. And they wanted to play the game that they knew. So...
Did it bring them back specifically to 07, though?
Yeah,
Like,
it did. It did, specifically.
it brought
07.
you... It sort of...
It brought me
you
back to
back
RS3.
to 3, yeah.
But for most people, they stayed on 07. And I remember, like, thinking, oh, 07's so good, I hate RS3. Or it was EOC back at the time. And then I tried it out, I was like, this isn't that bad. Because when I went back to EOC, I tried it out, and I was using, like, I had a blood-veiled task, but I was doing it the old-fashioned way. I was wearing dragon hide and doing melee. And I didn't realize with the new combat system that you had to wear the armor assigned to your combat group. So I was doing no damage, and I was like, wow, EOC is just ruining the whole thing. But once I understood, like, why they did it and how to do it correctly, it was actually a lot easier than it was back then, at least to get the most experience per hour.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of long gone before EOC came out. But I remember you showing me it during the beta, and I'm like, this is so stupid. I actually remember specifically, I think you were, maybe if you weren't doing a Bloodveil task, but you were in the Slayer Tower doing something, and you were showing me it, and I think I was over your house, or you were over my house or something, and I was like, this is so stupid. But I mean, when I got back in a couple months ago and I did EOC, it wasn't too bad.
You had that goal of getting 99 attack again.
I will never get 99 attack.
The way you set goals is so funny. Like, without even like.
I set goals that need to be fulfilled within that week.
Yeah, without even exactly. if you set goals like as if you had tested it out and know you're gonna do it eventually. Like, even for YouTube, you're like, well, you've actually been pretty successful in this. You've gotten a lot of subscribers in a short amount of time, but you'd be like, oh, I really like combat at this moment in time. I'm gonna do it and not get bored of it for the next 3 months. And it doesn't work like that.
Nope.
But
I'm not a long-term kind of
You just
kind of
get,
person.
like I can sense when you're just in that type of mood where you want to get something done.
Yeah.
Like when you, I was kind of mean to you that day, but when you're talking about your like car mod videos, I was like, yeah, it's a great idea, but I really feel like you're not gonna follow through with it.
Oh yeah, no, it's a nice thought, but I totally know what you mean. Like I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, am I actually ever gonna do that? Probably not.
That's another thing you do though. You like give up on goals just as fast as you make them, just as fast.
Because I don't know. I'd rather be doing something else, like nothing.
Watching YouTube videos all day, watching our podcast all day.
You gotta watch our podcast all day. Watch all of them.
Episodes 1 through 10.
When we get to about 22 to 24 episodes and we have that much content, watch it all day. Send us a dildo in a box.
What? If you want to.
Send it to our P.O. box at 123 Manhattan Drive in East Matocket.
What?
Can we get back to RuneScape, please?
Yeah. So, if Davis was here, I'd ask him why he quit, and he just he never did. He just plays.
Doesn't he still come on every once in a while?
Yeah, he was doing the May thing. I think we talked about that.
Does he have the quest cape still?
He has it, but he can't wear it. He never did Fate of the Gods.
Is that a Grandmaster?
Yeah.
Well, did you explain yet? What was your main reasons that you've quit in the past? I don't think you did.
I've talked about why we keep playing. Have we talked about why we quit? No.
I talk about why I quit.
Yeah. Well, because I haven't really. The longest I've quit was like 7 months.
That's a pretty good.
And it was for COD.
Oh.
That was the reason. I didn't just stop because I didn't get bored. Because I got bored of it. I just got interested in something else.
You like sort of maybe not immediate progress, but you like progressive progress. I mean, like you.
I like to know that I'm progressing. Yeah.
Like you. Oh my gosh! When you first started playing, because I had COD before you.
Yeah.
For Xbox, and you got it for the Wii.
Oh yeah,
You sucked so much, and like you progressively got better, and to the point that you were better than me, and like you just kept going at it. But I guess it got to a point where maybe you realized you're like, okay, like I can't really do better than this. Like RuneScape, like there's no point. It's like I can't click this mouse. Like
you can constantly gain progress.
Yeah. So maybe that's what you like about it.
Yeah, I do. I like that you can set yourself little goals, and you can see. Even if you play for like a minute a day, you're progressing by a minute a day.
Yeah.
So in other games like Call of Duty, if you play for a day, you can actually lose progress. You can lower your KD. Yeah. That's not fun. Like if you're gonna risk something just by playing it, that's not really fun. That's why I'd have to make sure I'm in the right mindset. I'm not gonna get interrupted before I could play. Plus, when I was playing, I couldn't stop until the end of the match.
Yeah.
So if my mom was trying to talk to me, I'd be really rude to her. And I hated being like that, but I couldn't mess up.
Shut up, Mom! You're gonna ruin my 2KD.
It wasn't like that. But like she'd be talking to me and she'd be like, "Are you gonna do that?" "Yeah, I'll do it later," or whatever. And then like it just caused tension in the house or whatever. So that's what I stopped playing COD really. Besides the fact that I didn't bring it to college.
Well, yeah.
I stopped before that.
RuneScape's more just like a leisurely.
It's a laid back.
Yeah.
You can just sit there and click. You don't even have. Well, you should watch it, but you don't even have to look at the screen.
See, but that's the thing that I don't like. That's why I don't like it anymore. Just because it's so. I feel like you're so disconnected from it. There's no immersion to it for me, at least.
Yeah, you can't really get immersed into it, but someone on Reddit put it perfectly. It's the game to play when you have nothing else to do.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it that title.
So, you could either be watching Netflix, or watching Netflix and fire making.
Yeah.
It's no extra effort. It's really not.
I think that's a reason why when I came back for the short period of time I did, that's why I did like EOC. Because it was a little more,
interactive?
You could do momentum and have that, but it was a little more interactive than it used to be.
Yeah.
I remember when I played, I had like a free month trial of World of Warcraft. Like that game is much more immersive than RuneScape. And I was really into that, but then I was like, I'm not paying $1 billion a year for this game.
It was pretty expensive, wasn't it? Like,
it was like $90 or something for like the game and the month that you get with it, and then it's like a $30 a month. I'm probably giving bad figures.
I think it used to be $30 a month. That's what Ben said.
Oh yeah, I forgot he played it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't know any of the mechanics of that game. I've never played it, but apparently it's really popular because it's still people still play it. It's still on stream. So, I mean, Twitch.
I mean, that's why I was able to get really into Skyrim a couple weeks ago, because it was immersive.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have stopped that if I didn't have to focus on school at the end of the year. But then I just got out of it, so I know that if I go back to it, like, you're going to be like, you want to hang out? I'm going to be like, no. Doing this.
For Skyrim?
Yeah. Because I get into it. Because it's immersive for me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So if, like, I know now that I'm out of it, if I get back into it, I'm going to be like, you guys are going to be like, do you want to hang out? I'm going to be like, no.
Yeah, that I try to limit myself to, like, I won't play video games unless there's nothing else to do. So, like, I'll play tennis or whatever. But one of my favorite games of all time, Fallout 3, which is a post-apocalyptic game that you're completely immersed in it. And what's it? The Last of Us. Two of my favorite games. Just because A, I love post-apocalyptic settings, and B, you feel like you're actually in the game. When you're in Fallout, like, you're your own character. You have to worry about getting attacked from anything that's around you. Same for Last of Us. Like, whenever you go into a building or anything, there's a possibility that you're gonna get attacked. So it's interesting. Just It's really just the survival aspect of it. I always found that interesting.
Yeah.
That's why also probably why a lot of people like Minecraft is that there's the survival aspect in that too. It's just much more simplistic. Simplified.
Oh.
That's the one. Simplified.
Well, I guess a good thing about RuneScape, about it not being immersive, is that for the most part, unless you're like bossing or something, if you do need to go do something, you're like, okay.
You can stop at any time.
Yeah.
I like that too. Like I like being able to know, even if I don't have to do it, I like being able to know that if I have to stop, I can. That's what I didn't like about Call of Duty or Pokemon. Like, Ma, turn off that Game Boy. I'm in the middle of a battle. I can't save.
That was my problem though. I didn't play it like that. Like, I was either playing or I wasn't. There was no like, oh, I'll play and then I'll get off if you ask me something. Like, I would just play
hardcore,
forever.
and then you just did. Maybe you just exerted all your energy and you didn't.
Well, you think about it. I mean, that's what happens. Honestly, like that's how I used to play, and then I stopped for a long time, and then when I started back up for that month, I was literally on like.
Yeah,
16 hours a day.
You got 99 in like less than a month.
I got.
And you were like what? You were like less than 90.
I was 83.
Yeah.
It was 83, and I saw like, oh, this one is the closest to 99 that would be easiest to get in the short period of time.
Yeah, it would take the least amount of time to get.
And effort. So I was like, let me do this. And then it just added to it that I was racing Ryan, and I lost.
Yep.
Dang it.
By a lot. By like a week.
Cause he No, it was a couple
like 3
of
days.
Cause he had this stupid lumberjack crap.
And he probably played a lot more than he said he did.
Yeah, because he didn't have to do anything. I had work.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dylan's at work. Let me get 5 zillion XPs.
He also got he also got summoning that.
Oh yeah, double XP weekend.
Yeah. He's crazy.
Crazy
These kids.
Man. Yeah. So now what? What about? We talked about all our quitting stuff. I mean, I would say that realistically, I've only quit twice. Really, I quit 3 years ago, and then I started back up a couple months ago. I played it for a month, and then I quit again. And
I think I've only quit really once when EOC came out. From when did it come out? October or November till the next March. It's like 6 months.
I think if we were going to talk about someone quitting, we should have got Frank here. He quits every other day.
Yeah.
I'm playing him not. I'm playing him not.
He never really played the game hardcore. He
is definitely the most casual out of all of us. I mean, he's been playing the longest.
Yes.
Or I guess he's had an account the longest.
And he's made the least amount of progress. Yep. Progress.
He's got 99 woodcutting though.
Yeah. See, like
the way all of us.
The way he did it too was like use. So, like you can tell just by that he didn't care how he did it. He just did it however he wanted to.
And I guess that's a better way to play.
Yeah, well, also, I was talking about Yexim also. Like, she just woodcut all the time. She didn't do anything else. She had 44 million experience in woodcutting 6 years ago. That's a lot.
Yeah, well, like you said, she wasn't really using it for the game, more for the social
Yeah,
aspect.
exactly. She just taught.
Is there even a social aspect of RuneScape anymore?
Yeah, there is, but, like, you have to be in a clan. People are constantly talking in their clans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the talks in clans. If you want to talk, join a clan. If you want to talk to people, you can start a conversation. It's really easy to start a conversation. It's just that people are more focused on the game. Like, if you want to start a conversation, like an actual good conversation, ask a deep question and then, like, get shallower. It's funny. It's the opposite way of real life. Real life, you say, oh, how's the weather, and you get deeper. In RuneScape, you have to start with a deep question to, like, get people's attention, and then you can get shallower.
Is your mother dead?
No,
That
it's like,
kind of deep.
like when I don't know if you ever met him, Samuel Thomas. He was the Indian guy you saw at my house, in my dorm. For like a split second.
I don't remember.
You saw you on Skype and said hello, and he said he watched your videos.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Anyway, whenever he comes in my room, all he does is he goes, "Oh, you're playing RuneScape? Oh, well, let me say something," and he'll type like something like, "What's your opinion on God?" or "Do you believe in an afterlife?" And then like suddenly people that I thought were not there just all answer. And I'm like, what is this?
Wow.
Like, if you start with a deep question, you can actually
Does
get
he
them to
play?
talk. He used to play. I mean, everyone used to play. This game was very popular.
Oh yeah. I remember. Well, we went to. All right, so back in I think it was 8th grade. Was it 8th? I think it was 8th grade. We got invited to a Halloween party.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 8th grade, and this was I mean, you were friendly with these kids. I really wasn't too much. But we made it a thing to make asses of ourselves. We both made RuneScape skill capes.
Right.
And I also made the Slayer helm.
Mm-hmm.
And my skill cape came out much better. Used in our video.
Yeah, you actually made a cape. I bought a cloak or whatever.
You bought like a Dracula cape with a hood, and then
I stapled
parts of a shoebox onto
and then
it.
No, the felt Slayer icon was good though.
Oh yeah.
That was good. That was the only thing I actually worked on. Everything else I just did whatever.
Yeah, me, I had a cardboard box. I had the attack skill cape. I had a cardboard box, and then I cut it out to like the shape of the skill cape, and then I had cloth draped on the back. I had the icon and everything.
Right.
I had
the thing in the
tassels.
front. Yeah.
Anyway, wait, why was I talking about this?
No, because I said everyone used to play.
Oh yeah. So we go to the party, and like we're thinking like, look at this. We're gonna go and like, no one's gonna know who we are, but we'll know. Like we'll know. I remember Grace being like, and Elena being like, "Are you characters from RuneScape? Like these were girls. Like,
ew."
No, but at least I thought like, wow, like these girls are recognizing what we are. Like everyone used to play back then.
Yeah.
Or at least had played at some point.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
at least that's why there's so many inactive accounts on RuneScape.
It was a big game.
Yeah. It was.
Reed used to play hardcore.
Yeah,
Who else?
One of our friends.
Brendan. So yeah, everyone used to just play a lot, and yeah, a lot of inactive accounts.
I remember I was talking to Mike's brother, and I found out he played, and I tried adding him on Facebook, and he kept ignoring me, and I kept adding him until
on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh.
Until he blocked me. Because every time I saw him, I was like, "Do you play RuneScape? Do you play?" I guess he might have been ashamed that he played.
Who?
Now that I think about it.
Yo, wait, I remember.
Yeah.
Vitucci.
Vitucci. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it was. This was actually pretty recently, and it was weird. I mean, it wasn't recent. It was
High school.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I had stopped playing at the time, and this was in my college level business class. Like I looked over, and out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, is that RuneScape? Like, cause like you recognize the layout.
Of course.
And it was like this kid that was a year older than us, but he was like part of like the popular crowd.
Yeah.
And like I remember like saying something, and he's like, no, I wasn't playing RuneScape.
Really? I thought he
Yeah.
admitted to it.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else, but
No, I thought actually you never approached him.
Maybe it was someone else that said it then. I think one of his friends like called him out on it. I don't remember. Somebody got called out somehow, and I remember him like being like, no.
Yeah, it's funny. This is the only video game that people are actually ashamed of.
Yeah, I don't play. I'm not a loser. I have friends.
Like, if people ask me what video game I play, I don't mention RuneScape. It's weird. Actually,
I feel like it's looked down upon for some reason.
yeah, this is a very popular conversation on Reddit. Like, why are people ashamed to play? It's just like because this
It has, like, some-
stigmatism.
yeah,
It's like why do you play Pokemon? I mean, I feel like Pokemon is more popular than this is for our age group. It's
Yeah.
I guess if you were say you were a girl and say, oh, you still play with dolls, I feel like it has that type of aspect. Because it's something you do when you were younger.
Yeah.
Something you do when you were younger.
I feel like not even like the real like nerd community, like the people who cosplay and stuff and like all that, like even that like what.
Yeah.
Like, that's a game I played when I was 6.
Well, those are like PC elitists, like, oh, you don't play like Mass Effect 5000 and suck balls or whatever. No, what's a PC game that people... League of Legends. Like, the PC gamers, like, oh, you don't play League of Legends?
Yeah.
A lot of people are trying to get me to play League of Legends. I played for 4 levels.
Do you have to pay?
No, it's free.
No.
But you just download it and all that stuff. And if you want, like, you can get, like... they have, like, a Solomon store type of thing where you can, like, buy character outfits
Let's not
and
even
stuff.
get started with this for the 10th episode.
But I think we've gone over all the points about quitting and why people quit and why people stay.
Yeah. If anyone's watching that has a sort of different quitting story or some insight on, you know, quitting and their experiences, feel free to leave it in the comments. I mean, we do look at all of them. And
Yes, all 1 per 3 videos. We've had 9 videos. I think we have 3 comments.
Please comment your quitting story, and
literally just comment like my big bong hole tastes like lemon trees. Just do it. Just do it.
yeah, yeah.
Ween.
All right, so is that?
All right, this has been episode 10, our special episode where we actually show our faces to you, beautiful viewers.
I hope you like it.
We got 5 views last video. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
5.
5. So
That's so many.
maybe we can get to 4.
Maybe no 6.
6.
6 is one more than 5. Richard Gere, and that's that. Thank you for watching.
We'll
Please
see you
comment.
next week.
You don't even have to rate or subscribe. Just like comment something.
Just watch it, please.
See ya.